Hi everyone, this is Mr. H from Teach Repeat. Today we're going to begin to understand division and how division is directly related to multiplication. All you're going to need is a pencil and a piece of paper to participate. Let's get started. In a previous Teach Repeat lesson on multiplication, we practiced using arrays to solve those multiplication problems. If you haven't seen that video, need a quick refresher on multiplication, go ahead and click on the link provided. Think about how we can use an array to solve the following multiplication problem. A group of friends went to see a baseball game. They sat together in 3 rows, with 5 people sitting in each row. How many friends went to that baseball game? What is the number sentence that matches this problem? That's right, 3 times 5. In this problem, the number of friends in each row will be the size of our groups. Go ahead and pause the video and draw an array on your paper and solve. Nice job! Your array should look something like this. Because there are 5 friends in each row, we know we can count each row by 5s. Let's do that together. 5, 10, 15. So there are 15 friends that went to that baseball game. Let's move on to our concept of the day, relating division to multiplication. We've learned in a previous Teach Repeat lesson on division that division is just the opposite or inverse operation of multiplication, and that the two are very closely related. So let's look at that same problem, but modified and reversed and performing that opposite or inverse operation of division. 15 friends went to a baseball game. An equal number of friends sat in 3 rows. How many friends sat in each one of those 3 rows? Let's take a look at the information provided in our problem to determine what we will do for that information in order to know how we're going to solve our problem. In this problem, we start out by knowing the total, which is 15 friends. Let's circle that number. We also know one of the parts, 3 rows. What does the 3 represent? That's right, the number of groups. Let's circle the 3. Now that we know that we're provided with the whole and one of the groups, we can determine what is missing. That's right, we're missing the size of the groups. We know that when we have a problem where the whole or the total is known and one of the parts, and those parts are split evenly or equally, we can divide. What is the division number sentence that we'll use to solve this problem? Very good. 15 divided by 3 equals unknown. Let's use an array to solve this division problem. This is where it becomes important to understand which each number represents. Since the 3 represents the number of rows, we know that we can start with the number of rows that we have. We can begin each row with 1 circle. So since we know that we're going to have 3 rows, draw 1 circle at the beginning of each row. Now remember that rows go horizontally, so our 3 circles are going to be stacked on top of each other. On your paper, let's use circles on our array to begin each row. The beginning of your array should look something like this. How many circles have we drawn so far? Right, we've only drawn 3. How many circles do we need to get to? Very good, 15. So where do we go from here? Since we don't know the size of the groups, we don't know how many circles we're going to draw in each row. But we can revisit a previous strategy that we've learned in our Teach Repeat lesson on division called fair share, where we can begin adding 1 circle to each one of those rows repeatedly until we get up to 15. Let's start that now at the top row. Let's add another circle. In that top row now we have 2. Let's go to the second row. Add a second circle. And down to the third, add that last circle. In each row we have an even number of 2. 2, 4, 6. We have to get to 15. So let's repeat that process of fair share, adding 1 to each row until we get to 15. Now that we've counted up to 15 in our 3 rows, we can find the total number of circles in each row, or the size of the groups. How many circles are in each row? Very good, there are 5. So let's go back to our division equation to complete. 15 divided by 3 equals That's right, 5. By using our array, we found that 15 divided by 3 equals 5. We can now revisit our question in order to give an answer in a complete sentence. 15 friends went to watch a baseball game. An equal number of friends sat in 3 rows. How many friends sat in each of those 3 rows? We can answer as 5 friends sat in each of those 3 rows. As we get ready to conclude our lesson on using arrays to divide, I'd like to leave you with another real-world situation story problem for you to solve. Try your best to use an array to solve our problem. At the baseball game, I caught a foul ball. I took my ball home to add it to my collection that I keep on shelves. I have a total of 12 baseballs on 3 shelves. If there are an equal number of baseballs on each shelf, how many baseballs are on each shelf? Please check in with our video with practice problems to see if your answer is correct. Well, that does it for our lesson today. I hope you've begun to understand how we can use an array to divide to find the size of the groups. Please join us for other Teach Repeat lessons, and please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks, and never stop learning.